Hello everybody, this is a video about the Openreach BT Master NTE5. Okay, this telephone point has been installed many years ago into a vast array of properties. At the moment we're installing completely different master telephone points in properties, fibre, and also we've got some completely different sockets that look something like this nowadays. Yeah, okay, so let's talk about the NTE5. So it's basically just a socket that can separate the telecoms from the home user to the outside network from BT Openreach or any internet service provider. So to do that, when you've got extensions running around the property, you might be asked to disconnect your extensions. So the telephone companies, BT, Openreach, and other companies had to provide people with this type of service. So they come up with this quite a few years ago. And what they do is they ask you to undo these two screws at the front cover. And as you can see, there's a horizontal line going across. And this bottom part comes away from the main unit. So I've already undone the two screws, just to save a bit of time. So I'll undo that now. Let's pretend this was on a wall, and then that will drop down like that. Now, if you had the extension wiring that run your extensions around the property, it will be terminated on this strip just here. So if you can see there's a plug just there that fits into that socket. That makes the connection for your wiring that goes around your property and feeds all your telephones and other equipment. So if you can imagine there's wiring on there, cables coming through there, they get terminated on there, the cable runs out of the back of this box somewhere and goes along, let's say along the skirting board, upstairs, all around the house, with telephone points all around the house. That's what you've got. So when you push this back into that socket, like so, that connects all your telephone wiring around the property. And when you remove it, it disconnects it. Okay, so we're just going to have to imagine that you've got wiring on that at the moment. Let's have a look at this. So what we have here is the termination points. The very top one is marked, next to it there's a 5. The middle one is a 3, and the very bottom one is a 2. 2 is the B wire, 3 is the bell wire, and 5 is the A wire. So you've got A leg, bell wire, B leg. Now the colour code for cabling can be completely different all the time. The most basic colour code would be like the white blue dash, which would be 5. And then they normally done the bell wire on the orange white dash, sorry about that. And the B leg would be on a solid blue with a white dash. So I'll just do that again because I made a bit of a mistake. So 5 would be the A leg, which would be white blue dash. 3 would be the bell wire, which would be orange white dash on the wiring. And 2 will be the B leg, which will be blue white on the wiring, blue with a white dash. So that's how that would be terminated. So that's basically it, really. So it's quite basic, but what I want to do now is I want to show you in the back of this box how the incoming cable is terminated from the exchange. So just bear with me 1 second while I undo this. I've had to leave a screw in there for the timing, and I must admit these screws are quite stiff when you're doing these up or undoing them. Some screws, they tend to cut into the plastic. It's quite weird, really. It's just some of the screws that they've used are different that come in the pack. So we're going to separate this now. That's just the back box. That will still be on the wall with two or three screws holding that securely to the wall, right? So you just imagine you've undone that, you've pulled that away from the wall. Okay, so on the back of this, This is just any old wiring on the back, just to let you, it's not the right colour code or anything, it's just 2 bits of wire that I want to show you how it's terminated. So you'll have a cable coming in from outside, normally on a black cable, and it'll be stripped, it'll be stripped back to the butt of the cable with some wires like this, but a different colour, probably an orange and a blue. This is a green and a brown, but probably orange and a blue. Now then, if you look on this port right at the top of the termination point, you've got an A and a B. So normally the orange would go on the A leg, which is the A slot, and the blue would go on the B, which is the blue B leg. Okay, so that's all there is to it. And that is how your service provider gets the line to your property in the back of one of these. So you don't really need to touch that. That should be absolutely fine. Nothing needs to be touched in that part. I just wanted to show you exactly how that was wired in the back. The only thing that you would normally, as a homeowner, would be worried about or would be concerned about would be this front plate with your extensions on it that would fit once you want to put them all back together in there. And that's all it is. It's just a point that can separate the incoming from the extensions, which goes on the back of the back box, which will be fit into your wall. And that's all there is to it. Thank you for looking at this video. I appreciate it very much. And if you'd like to subscribe and also click the like button, that'd be most appreciated. And I will be sending many more videos your way. Thank you very much.